Hey guys, Mike here with BNB Credit Builders. I'm going to talk with you today about credit scores and one of the biggest myths that there is out there. And here's the title of this video. Credit scores do not get you approved. They only get you denied. And that's a fact. Let me explain. Everybody thinks that if they have a certain credit score, they're going to get automatically approved. But let me ask you this. If you don't have a certain credit score, do you get approved or denied? All right, we all know the answer to that. You're going to get denied. So there's certain thresholds that underwriters at banks, and every bank has their own guidelines that you have to hit. For example, 620 is kind of like the threshold to buy a house. Believe it or not, you can get a house with a score of 620. So what that means is if you have under a 620, do you get approved or denied? Well, you get denied. So you have to have a 620. All right. Usually cars, you want to be around a 680, and for credit cards, you want to be over 700. Now, there are certain programs for veterans, for example. Veterans can even get a house at 580 sometimes, but that's not the purpose of this video. What I want you to understand is credit scores, again, they do not get you approved. They can only get you denied. So what does that mean? Let me share my screen here. If you don't have a certain credit score, we know that you automatically get denied. But what happens if you do have that, say, 670? And as I told you, a 620 is the minimum credit score to buy a house. Well, if you have a 670, it doesn't mean you're approved. That just means that they'll look at you and they'll consider your credit report. So what the real importance of a credit report is, it has nothing to do with this credit score. It's the files, it's the accounts that are on the credit report. So if you've got a high enough credit score, now they'll consider it. And now they're going to go through your credit report with a fine-tooth comb, and they're going to see if they're going to approve you for the loan. So the underwriters always have the say in the end. So what you want to have is a healthy credit report with all different kinds of credit. Okay, there are other factors that even if you have, say, a 680 or a 780 even credit score, if you don't have the right amount of income, they're going to factor your DTI, which is called debt to income. How much money do you make compared to how much are your monthly bills? How much do you owe out? So if your DTI is not right, doesn't matter if you have a 780 or an 850 credit score, you're going to get denied for the loan. So you guys have to understand that credit scores, they do not get you approved, they only get you denied. So, and then lastly, in this video, I just want to touch on VANTAGE score versus FICO score. It's a little bit off topic, but very important to understand. You see this right here? This is Credit Karma, and most of the credit scores you guys are looking at out there are a VANTAGE 3.0 score. That's just a different scoring model, okay? Banks, there's not a bank that I know of that uses the VANTAGE scoring model. They all use FICO. So here are my FICO scores, okay? And I want you to look at this. The FICO scores right here. Notice that on TransUnion, I have a 766, but over here on VANTAGE, I just have a 782. Now, that might not be a difference between 766 and 782 because I'm not at that threshold. But what if the guideline was you needed to be a 680? All right, you can see there's about a 20-point difference here. Well, what if I was a 700 and I'm near that threshold? That could be the difference of approval versus denial. Now, here at BNB Credit Builders, we help everybody build a healthy credit file like mine, okay? And we want everybody to be 80 to 100 points above those thresholds, so you're always going to get approved. So anyway, I hope this was informational about credit scores. Guys, we help people get funded every single day. We help people build healthy credit scores. Give us a call, 888-809-4262. We'll help you get your credit just right. And remember, guys, you got to dig a well before you're thirsty, okay? Don't wait until you need credit to make that phone call. Build great credit, have it available, even if you think you don't need it, because the day will come that you probably will. All right, www.bnbcreditbuilders.com. Have a great day.